What is up, guys? Welcome back to Call Me Old Fashioned. We talk everything bourbon, whiskey, and of course, old fashions. Welcome to the late night pour segment of the live stream. Again, if you're not watching these live, what are you doing? We go live every Friday, 8:45 p.m. Eastern Time. But you got to turn the bell on because we do random lives. Like today, it's Father's Day, it's Sunday. It's not a normal day to go live, but we do it anyway, right? Because we're having a little bit of fun. We're having a pour. Kid just got out of the bath, so he may make an appearance. Wife may make an appearance. You never know what may happen on a Call Me Old Fashioned stream. But nonetheless, thanks for tuning in. And we're going to continue on as the last one. We just got done doing a review of the Still Austin Cask Strength. Solid stuff. We're going to have another pour of that. Probably going to make another old fashioned. And then, we're just going to hang out. Maybe I turn it into a call-in show. I can do that. I don't plan to do another 5 hours, though. So let me just phrase that now. We're not doing a 5-hour live stream again. Even though it was fun, we're not going to do that again. So, again, welcome. Happy Father's Day to everybody. Let me check the chat real quick. Tuxedo says, I'll be right there, y'all. We'll see about that. Makata says, boom. Emoji thing. Tuxedo says, EH better make an appearance. Tomorrow's her first day at work. Back to work, I'd say. So, who knows? She's going through it out there. We'll see. Make. I don't even know what that is, bro. Boulevarda? I don't know how to make that. I make old fashions, bro. It's Call Me Old Fashioned, not call me whatever. So I can make a mean old fashioned. Everything else goes out the window. Lose all hope for all different types of drinks. It's like, oh, oops, I spelled Austin like Austin from chat. I mean, nothing wrong with that. Maybe we call him Still Austin from now on. So, again, thanks for tuning in, everybody. Happy Father's Day to all the dads out there. Let me know what you're drinking on. You drinking on some Still Austin? Have you had the Still Austin Cask Strength? You drinking on maybe a little Penelope? Maybe you're drinking a budget bourbon and you're going with that Jim Beam Black 7-year age. It's just a banger for $18. Maybe you are. Taylor Dom in the chat says, "Oh yeah, cheers, Call Me Old Fashioned. Everybody, happy baby daddy's day to all the daddies in the chat. Hey, thank you, appreciate that. Welcome. If you're a dad too, I don't know if you are, but happy Father's Day. Kid may make a appearance, he may not. You never know. That kid likes to freak out. We went to dinner. Early, he was calm the whole day. Super calm. Cool as a cucumber. So we made it maybe 2.5 minutes into this little Mexican restaurant before he's like, you know what? Fuck this shit. Started losing it in there. We calmed him down. We ate. We had to take turns though, so that was a little weird, but it worked out. Had some banging tacos. All I can think about was getting like a couple more tacos right now. So, but they were good. They needed hot sauce though. The waiter never came back with my hot sauce. Pissed. I'm salty, so can't have tacos without hot sauce. There, Dom, were you here for the call-in show? Did you get to see everybody call in? Do need a sip of water before we get too far. Where's my water? There it is. Louis in the chat says, Happy Father's Day, friends. What up, Tater? Happy Father's Day, Louis. Welcome. I mean, most people do miss the first stream. I don't know. Maybe I should just start streaming later. I don't know. But first stream that we did, we reviewed the Still Austin Cask Strength. If you want to see all the tasting notes, the nose, the palate, I did go to the website and pulled up the tasting notes from them to compare to see like how right or wrong that was. I think I was right. There's also parts that I was wrong, but I think that's like if you go to the Still Austin's website and you look up the tasting notes, somebody maybe had a couple puffs before they started typing it up because they used the big word. They're like old-fashioned blackberry pie. Stop it. Tastes like berries. Simple. So, if the wife comes on, we'll make an old-fashioned. She's not going to drink that. That's what I'm going to drink. But until then, we're going to have a pour and hang out. Have a good time. What are you guys drinking on tonight? You even drinking? It's Sunday. I know it's a weird day to drink, right? It's not the most normal thing to do, but it's Father's Day, so we're celebrating, having a good time. It's the first Father's Day. I showed him in the last stream, but I'm pretty pumped on him, so I'm going to show him again. The kid, a.k.a. the wife, but the kid got me the official dad shoe, little New Balances. They are comfortable. Maybe we get a sponsor from New Balance. I'm just saying. New Balance, hit me up. I got you. You guys know we already have the Dad Gang hats. Little Dad Gang. Affiliate link is in the description if you want to go cop yourself some. Save 15% off your Dad Gang hats. Obviously, if you're a dad. If you're not a dad, that'd be kind of weird, but their hats are pretty sick, though. Like, they're very comfortable, fit very well. Shelton says, no call-in link? Wild. I didn't get that far. I'm still in the intro phase, bro. But I will drop the call-in link into the chat. Anybody wants to call in, feel free. It's Father's Day. Call in, let's chat it up. So, Shelton says, God forbid we have a drink together on Mother's Day. It's second Mother's Day, apparently. Louis said, bottle kill, 1792, bottled in bond. I have a love-hate relationship with 1792. I'm not... 1792 to me, like, it leaves this dry taste in my mouth. And I've gave it like 3 or 4 different chances because I thought maybe the first time I was sick or something. You know, it was just a little weird drink, you know? I do like their 1792 premix, old-fashioned. Hold on, give me 1 second, boys. But they're, I don't know. It leaves a weird dry taste in my mouth, which is very just kind of off-putting. I don't know. It just, to me, it just isn't. I'm not gonna say because it has good taste up until the aftermath. So, the wife is making an appearance. I think High Top's gonna call in here in a minute too. Do we need a glass for me? No. Okay. Just if you want ice, but I don't think you need it. We're inside. I don't know how long the kid and the wife is gonna make an appearance here in shortly. I think. High Top Sports is going to call in here in a minute. So, again, Makana says, Sunday a weird day for drinking. Sunday night's a weird night for drinking, right? Because some people have work in the morning, right? So they don't want to stay up all night and hang with us, you know? I mean, for me, like, tomorrow's just another day. For some people. Somebody's calling in. Let me see. All right, we got one guest. Let me pull up the guest chat and let me roll his intro because I know it'll be salty if I don't. Did you just hit that camera?
Yep.
Oh, well.
I'm sorry.
I can't hear what the sound effects. Is my sound effects working? What's happening? Oh, it's like low. Give me 1 second. Here we go. High Top Sports, you're on the air.
Choose Your Fighter song.
Well, I was going to pick something else, but it was all kind of discombobulated, so we just kind of did it last second.
What's up, Asher?
Can you see him? That's enough. I need that anyway.
See your Uncle Sheldon and Ricky are drinking your life savings away, big guy?
We are, bud. Here, let me scoot up a little bit. What are you drinking on? You doing old fashioned?
Yeah.
What kind of old fashioned you doing?
Buffalo.
Buffalo?
Yeah.
Here, let me do this. Turn you up a little bit. I'm gonna turn the music on, down.
Yes.
Pedro says your son bacon eggs outfit goes hard, bro. It's clean.
You know who got him this, Shelton?
Who?
Gabby.
Oh, it's one of.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely.
We are
at his baby shower.
We're getting ready to put our polo.
Babe.
So we're gonna have a nice little.
You're cutting out. What'd you say, Sean?
We're about to put our Polaroids in the book.
Oh yeah.
Here's my baby.
The wife is having a pour of the cookies and cream Old Smoky Tennessee liqueur. I'd say. I guess that's what you can call it. Bruce in the chat, what's going on? Moses says, yo, it's Travis Kelsey. Hey, I hope he's talking about the kid. I don't look like Travis.
Here's your boy, Mickey.
Oh. All right, this is
What's on that? What's on his jammies?
Bacon.
Eggs, and toast.
a little breakfast onesie.
Love it.
Kayla made an appearance on the live.
Look, photo of the trip.
That's kind of sick. You took that, or Caitlin took that?
No, she's in the background.
I'm going to go.
I don't see her.
Makana said Sunday is a weird day for drinking.
Yeah, that was earlier. Because I said Sunday is a weird day for drinking. Some people got work, some people don't.
Thanks. Little salt on my wound. Hope it a mess.
Sean, what are we doing
Rick.
tomorrow? What?
The Rick's off.
Am I?
Who's on there? I'm
That's
drinking.
his.
Your
It's
wife.
his show.
It's all taken over at this point.
It's a
It's a
family.
family show.
It went from a drinking show to a family show.
Kid show. Somebody play the Bluey song.
This is Mr. Rick. Hey, this is Mr. Ricky.
Big Miss Rachel, I get it.
Yeah.
We're like the hardcore version of Miss Rachel. We're like, now drink.
I
Hey,
tried to
what?
make his bedtime later so that when I
What?
go back to work, I still have time.
The shaker. Bourbon.
Shaker.
Stir around.
I don't know. Bro, if you never had this, the little cookies and
we
cream, this
we
is
start
kid friendly.
Should we start a bourbon like kids channel?
For the dads?
I don't know if
Could
that's
you-
like.
No, look, we just make fun. Like we make drinks, we'll make it like fun. So it's like the kids are like, yeah. The dad's like, hell
This bourbon.
yeah. B-O-R or B-O-U-R B-O-N bourbon. That's how you spell it.
That's exactly what we'll do. Kid show Tuesday, kid show Sunday.
Yeah, definitely Sunday morning.
Well, I don't know. Saturday morning cartoons kind of slap, so I think that would probably be the move.
True. Bourbon for boys.
Yeah.
Did the cruise have good bourbon?
He don't know. He didn't drink. He was drinking water and Tampax.
They had Buffalo. There was only one bar that made it really good, and it was the we had amaretto sours.
Oh, that's, yeah.
I called you on the boat when I got on it. 'Cause that was what I got, but it didn't go through.
Oh yeah, it didn't go through, and I was like, oh,
Yeah.
I don't know what he's doing. I didn't know you were getting on. That was early when you got on then.
We walked right on the boat. We walked right on. That was the best part of the.
All right,
walk
kid,
right on.
give us a review of the milk you had earlier. What are you thinking? Yeah.
Full titty milk.
Okay. That's a
just
little
farted?
harsh on the critic, but I get it. Like it was a little lukewarm, not super cold, not super hot.
How was it on the nose?
On the nose, what'd you get? A little margarita, a little Taco Tuesday.
I did have to dump my milk the other day.
Damn, Liz.
What she said?
Simmer.
It was the first time
You're
I had to
okay.
do that. But the reason why I did it, I probably didn't have to. I just thought to myself, I have enough. Why not? Like if I drank, I might as well just dump it because I have.
We used it in his bath.
Yeah, I have more. I have more than one.
Can we do a milk review of the tit for the next bourbon show?
Yeah. He just like exploded on the butt though, but
You just know?
oh yeah, he farted deep into my hand.
I thought too.
Oh,
We're-
you just.
up.
He like screams and goes ah.
I think the mic picked it up.
Probably.
All right. Happy Father's Day, big guy.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Happy Father's Day.
Hey, what-
Yeah. Can't kick you out. Oh, there you go. He left. He's gone. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the traditional late night pour. Oh, I'm on the wrong one. There we go. Now we're
Super
cooking.
traditional because we got a cranky baby.
No, we kicked everybody out basically. Cookies and cream whiskey, bro. You don't know. Wait, don't tell me to shh.
I'm not.
I was like, The hell?
Why would I?
I can't talk to me quieter. Bruce, Old Smoky makes some flavored whiskeys. They also make some liqueurs. This is obviously like a cream drink, right? And bro, it's solid. It's very like melted milkshake-ish. Okay.
All right, guys. He said he's had enough.
The kid is tapping out. He's ready for breakfast with his eggs, bacon, onesie, but he's ready to go to bed. So, thanks for hanging out on Father's Day, son. See you later.
Bye,
See you
guys.
later.
Peace out. Bye.
Bye. Tuxedo Cat missed the kid. He's gonna be pissed.
Oh, that sucks.
That's his fault. Don't leave the stream, boys. Miss all the good stuff.
Tell him his brownie points will be your shrinking.
Yeah, brownie points are shrinking. You don't want to leave that drink? I'll drink it. All right, take it. Whatever. Fine. It's fine. Jesus. But yeah, this is solid stuff right here. So, if you ever want to find a liqueur, Old Smoky's the way to go. Bruce says, give me ideas for a milkshake. What it should be giving you ideas for is a White Russian. Now, this is a little... Big Bob says, bye Asher. Yep, he's out. He's out of here. Man, what is that, Bobby? Yeah, he's been tired all day. He hasn't really taken his naps, but he says with vanilla vodka, no, Bruce, let me help you out. Let me create. It's gonna cost a lot of money though to make it, but like you'll have backups. So you want to get, you can't see it. You want to get Penelope Architect, right? Let's stick it in the whiskey in the bourbon family. Penelope Architect is very much a vanilla bomb. All vanilla melted, it's obviously whiskey, right? It's tasting notes, so give me that. But it tastes like melted vanilla ice cream, mainly whiskey, but it has it, right? If you mix this with some actual ice cream, maybe a little dash, a little milk to spin it all up, bro, I bet you that's bomb. Bonninger says, what is this flavor crap? How could you do this? How could you do this? How can you do me like this? My bad. Bro, I was fucking dying out here for a minute. Bonninger Whiskey, this is now like the second live stream of the day. I already did the reviews. I made some old fashions. We're going to make an old fashioned here in a second. And I'm fucking knocking shit over. But this is what happens when you guys leave me alone with just me, the kid, and the wife. We start drinking flavored shit. So, that's your fault. You missed my 12-year bullet rye review. You miss it. You missed all the reviews this week. I don't want to hear none of it. Bruce says, oh yeah. No, I'm saying the Penelope has the vanilla that I was thinking like, hey, I can make a White Russian, but instead of vodka, use the Penelope because of the vanilla in it. And I think it would be a good substitute. But now I'm thinking like, hey, substitute milk or the Baileys and the Kahlua for the cookies and cream of the Old Smoky Tennessee. Boris says, happy Father's Day, King. Appreciate it. Yeah, it was a good Father's Day. We had a good time. I got the dad shoe, right? The dad shoe. I show it all the time now, apparently. Little New Balances. So now you know I'm official, right? Bruce says, I make old fashions like this. I'm going to show you. Don't worry. Mine? 1 tablespoon of sugar. I'll show you how I make mine. It's a weird version. Bonnie Boy says, would use Woodford's Double Oak over Penelope Architect. Not that I'm saying you're wrong, because I love Woodford's Double Oak. Woodford's Double Oak gives me a chocolate note, which is in its own league. But I was saying like a White Russian to me is very like creamy, vanilla forward. So I was thinking, hey, Penelope would be a good substitute because it has the proof, right, to build into a White Russian, where the Woodford's Double Oak really doesn't. It's a 90 proof. But 110, 105, something like that, a little bit more, it could withstand to make a White Russian. Plus it has vanilla. Bonnie says, I'm working now. Hours are unpredictable. I get it. I'm just giving you shit. It's totally fine. I know everybody has their own normal lives. It's Sunday. It's a weird day, you know. I appreciate you guys stopping by when you can. If you're new, feel free to subscribe. We go live every Friday, 8:45 p.m. Eastern Time. We do reviews. Where's my Still Austin? Oh, here it is. We're about to make an old-fashioned now, and I'll show you how I make it. Right, I made one in the last stream, but nothing wrong with having two, you know? So, I make them weird, comparably, right? It's not a traditional, per se, old-fashioned. Tyler Stoneman says, what's the best road trip snack? Bro, it's beef jerky. Not even a question. Bonnie Rosie says, doesn't White Russian usually call for Kahlua, a chocolate rum liqueur? Is Kahlua chocolate? I don't know. It does call for Kahlua. But I would say the cookies and cream could supplement for the Kahlua / Bailey's. Bruce says, 1 tablespoon of water? Nope. 1 cherry and orange muddled up. Drop 1 bitters, cube, and Buffalo Trace. So, just so you guys kind of saw, right, I'm going to use 2 different bitters. I'm going to use the orange bitters from Woodford's. I use a half of an eyedropper of that. And then, oh my God, the wife's bawling out there right now. And spiced cherry bitters from Woodford's, right? And then normally I do a half ounce of simple syrup. I usually use cube sugar whenever I'm not live, but the Still Austin's very sweet, so I just spilled the crap out of that. I go a little less than, go a 1/4 ounce of simple syrup. It's probably better because the Still Austin is sweeter. But if you don't have like a sweeter bourbon, or if you're going rye, go 1/2 ounce. Bro, I got the simple syrup all fucking over me. Then you want to come in with your bourbon, right? Right now we're going Still Austin cast strength for today's. You want to go 2.5 ounces, 2 ounces, however you really like yours. Everybody's a little different there. I go 2.5 because that's how big my little thing is there. And then, right, the key on this one, for me at least, is throw a couple ice cubes in and chill her down. I don't know, chilling it down just does something to it. And while you're chilling it, you want to grab your dark cherries. Dark cherries are better. I use the filthy dark cherries, right? And I put just a baby spoon worth of the cherry juice in it. Not too much because this, again, it's a sweeter whiskey, so you don't want to do too much of that. I just realized you can't see it on camera, but I'm pouring it in the glass. And then, there you go, old fashioned. Now, on the last video as well, last stream I'd say, smoking this one takes it over the top. So I have walnut, you can't really see it on this, but I'll try anyway. I use 7-grain smoker. I use the walnut flavored chips. It just gives it a little woody and nuttiness enough to really make it worth it. Let me check the chat real quick while this kind of smokes out. Bruce says, or wait, Bonnie Royce says Tyler, nuts, or homemade jerky. No, homemade jerky. Or just regular. Damn, I missed a lot actually, my bad. Oh no, I didn't. Yeah, jerky, that's what it is. Bruce says it's coffee. Whiskey Blender says, Still Austin, Master Blender Nancy Frail here. Looks like you're using our cast strength tonight. Love that. I don't know if that's real or fake. But, yeah, no, this is the second stream we're doing, if that is actually, bro, I love this stuff. This stuff's really good. I don't know if that's actually you or not. Bonding Over Whiskey says, Bruce and coffee and chocolate. Correct. Bonding Over Whiskey says, it's a pleasure for you to be here tonight. Everybody says thanks. Maybe it really is her. No, I just did a review. This stuff, so I'll give you the quick version of the notes. If you guys want to see the full review, the tasting notes, all this stuff, go back to the last stream I just got done doing. But what I was saying is this stuff, what I compare Still Austin to, because they're a little bit newer, right? The same thing with Redwood Empire. I love Red Empire, right? You guys know I preach them all day, every day. Like a weird, sick puppy. But For this to be a 2-year age, tons and tons of color. You gotta love that. That's obviously coming out of Texas, right? Also, I love the part where it says 100% Texas in the mash bill. Bro, love that part. But what I was saying is, you can go buy Still Austin, like their baseline stuff, for a decent price. I don't remember exactly. Let's say $30. But then you can get their cask strength. I got this one for $48.99 at Total Wine. Where Redwood Empire, I love them a lot, but their cask strength is $30 more than the Still Austin. So you're got, like, for them, you're going up like $20 to get like a really solid product. Versus for Redwood Empire, you're jumping up 50. To me, I'm picking up the Still Austin cask strength every time over that. I'm saving the money. I'm gonna buy a second bottle. But also, I really like that it's 116 proof. I love that it has all the traditional bourbon flavors, but it also kind of has a little bit of flair on it, right? It's got that red fruit. It's got the pecan notes. Solid stuff. So, hats off to Still Austin. I was recommended this by basically every subscriber I've ever had, telling me to pick it up constantly. And I haven't been able to find it until this past weekend at Total Wine. They had a full stock run. They had the rye. They had the rye cask strength too. I was so hesitant on buying it because I was like, if I don't like it, that'd be kind of weird to have 2 bottles. I'm pissed I didn't pick it up. So, because it's a decent price. I'm sure it's going to sell out before I get back. Whiskey Blender says, yes, it's really me. I'm pretty well known for jumping in the chats. I mean, I wish I would have known that. Maybe I would have wore a tie or something. I would have wore my professional suit on. You hopped into like our hangout stream, but yes, I am using it. And the Still Austin does make a solid old fashioned, by the way. But it is better as a straight up pour. Right here. It has everything you're wanting on it. What I was saying, maybe she can tell me if I'm right or wrong. My prediction was with the Still Austin, because their cask strength is so much cheaper than a lot of other cask strength, I'm expecting some limited release, maybe an extremely aged comparably, because this is 2-year age for the cask strength. Maybe it's going to come out with like a 4-year, a 5-year, 8-year, 12-year, whatever. I'm hopeful thinking there. But that's what I'm expecting for the more expensive bottle to come into play, is for something like that. Because I can't imagine their top of line is only going to be $50, because that's a solid price. But again, welcome in. Thanks for tuning in. Whiskey Wisdom says, hey, oh, loved your comment on the Bourbon Notes podcast. Oh, I guess you are right. That's my bad. She says, how cool. Many thanks. This past week, I was in Austin working on a new cigar blend. See, now we're talking. Now we're cooking. She goes, Still Austin. It's called Tanger. It will. I can't read this thing, man. It will be released in November or so. See, I was right. Cigar blend though, I was a little left field. I was thinking like something different, limit release, but a cigar blend works just fine. Totally fine with that. What I would love now I'm pushing it, right? Give me a cigar blend with a Still Austin cigar. I got a Buffalo Trace cigar. I haven't even cracked it. I didn't care for the Eagle Rare cigar that I got. It kind of was whatever, but it did go well with the bourbon. But it's just, you know what I mean. It wasn't anything special. It was just a basic cigar. But it yeah, I'm a big fan of this. I can't wait to try the rye. One thing I didn't try, I have never actually tried anything other than this bottle of this one. This is my first time trying the Still Austin. I'm covered in that simple syrup I spilled, guys. So that's why my hand looks all weird, because I'm over here like, oh, there we go. Now we're cooking. Bottom Voice says, call me old fashioned. If you got blending questions, this woman is one of the best. She is truly a whiskey bourbon scientist. Or yeah, I don't know what to say there. I mean, I'm not saying you're wrong by any means. Somebody was able to craft a 2-year whiskey that is pushing easily my top 10 within the first time sipping it. So I'm not saying you're wrong by any means. I like all the flavors on it, but it's very much my palate. So when everybody recommended this to me, they were like, yeah, this is exactly what you want. You get the basic vanilla, the basic bourbon notes with the vanilla and the caramel, right? I get those, which I like. But it has that pecan note. It has the berry note. I thought it was raspberry. Apparently, when I checked it, it was blackberry. That was different. I haven't had that. The cinnamon note, all that stuff is exactly what I want in a bourbon anyway. So Yeah, for 2-year age, this is impressive stuff. Derek Hay just subscribed. Welcome, Derek. Appreciate you. Welcome to the family. We're doing a little Still Austin review. This is not the official review. If you want to go see that one, it's the last stream I just did. This is the Father's Day stream. But again, happy Father's Day to anybody out there. Yeah, normally I would say go buy this stuff, right? I recommend it, but you guys are the one that told me to go get this stuff, so I think you guys already know what I think. But yeah, this stuff's really good. The question is, guys, should I get the rye? I'm gonna get the rye. You don't have to tell me. Bonnie says, so question is what... Jesus. I need to make this bigger so I can like actually see it. All right, maybe I need glasses now. I am getting old. Bonnie, let's see. We got some weird name says, making the same thing right now. Cheers. Hell yeah. Cheers, bud. Welcome. Okay. Bonnie Whiskey says, call me old fashioned. I got blending questions. So if I... Oh, wait. Bro, it's moving all over the place. What's happening? Bonnie Whiskey says, Miss, I got a question. I do have a question. Still Austin bourbon is good to me, but the ryes have been stellar for me in every way, and I'm not usually a rye guy, but the artist is what changed my palate. Oh, bro, that's how you bring it home for me. I'm not a rye guy. I just tried that Bullet 12-year rye. I thought that was really good. Definitely one of my favorite ones. Are you saying something like that? Oh, you're gonna make me go to the store tomorrow. Bonnie Whiskey says, so my question is, why is it that if you know it's so different from me, and I'm usually a fan of Beam Centauri products? Why is it? Oh, bro, I can't read apparently. Whiskey Wisdom says, Whiskey Blender, the bourbon note equals this week in bourbon podcast is what I meant. LOL. I watch too many darn bourbon YouTube channels. I've been there. Whiskey Blender says, the second edition of the Still Awesome Bottle and Bond Jimmy Redcorn is just now coming out. It's a blend of a 4-year, 11-month to 5-year and 1-month bourbon. So in the 5-year-ish range now. I haven't had that one, but I also didn't see it to pick it up. But I know I'm gonna. I already know what's weird that you're gonna be here to witness that. I'm already knowing that I'm gonna have this weird obsession with Still Awesome because of this one. Because I like this one a lot. You can't let everybody know how much, because then it gets weird. But I like it a lot. And what's funny is I use Redwood Empire as an example. Why? Anyway, so totally lost what I was saying. What I was saying with Redwood Empire, I bought a few and then I had to buy them all, right? Because I do like them, so I wanted to give them a try. This one I like a lot, so I know I got to try the rye. You got to try the red corn at that point. Now there's the bottle and bond. I can feel my wallet dwindling as we talk. Bonnie Boise says you better get that rye. Call me old fashioned. I know you love the rye stuff. Well, you get the rye stuff mainly for you, but I also love branching out my palate and trying a new rye too. So I told you guys I'm not a big rye guy, but I'm slowly working back in, and I think I had a bad experience with rye at the very beginning. I had a few that just really weren't that good. Now I'm finding some from your recommendations and my own that are really just worth it. So appreciate you guys on that. And yeah, no, I'll pick it up. Maybe that's what we'll do next Friday. Another Rye Friday. Whiskey Wisdom says, Farley, what is a good way for me to get in contact with you offline? I don't know if I should have read that. Sorry. Bonnie Whiskey, funny you mentioned the rye because I also think it's stellar. Our ryes tend to have a lot of fruitiness to the palate and overall has a lot of complexity. I'm just going to put that right here. That's how you sell a rye right there to me. Not a big rye guy. Tell me it's got a little fruit. And the fruit on this one's like a nice, I call it a red fruit. I think it's raspberry. I know I looked it up and it said blackberry, which close enough to me, I guess. But it's solid. So if it's got a similar fruit note, talking dirty. He said the last time I tried, I was able to pick up a chocolate note. Oh man, if the rye has a chocolate note, you guys know me. I'm a sucker for a chocolate note. A rye with a chocolate note? I don't know if I've actually ever had that. You know, I like the Woodford's chocolate note. I like the Bardstown chocolate note. A lot of those are my favorite because of that note. If there's a rye with a chocolate note, you know what I mean? Now, ooh, ryes could be taking over the stream. Again, for anybody just tuning in, welcome. Happy Father's Day. We just got doing a our professional stream on the last stream of the Still Awesome cast strength, solid stuff. We're on the late night pour version, which is more of our hangout stuff. Tons of questions coming in on it though, but it's really good. We did a straight up, right? We did it as a pour. We made it in old fashioned. I did say it was for me, I usually normally do a half ounce of simple syrup. I'll go quarter ounce with this because it did have a little bit more sweetness than I was expecting. But a quarter ounce that I made in this one made it just perfect. So absolutely, if you guys haven't had it, try it. But you guys are the one that recommended it to me, so I don't know even who I'm talking to on that one. Kevin says hello there again. Welcome, Kevin. Welcome to the stream. Happy Father's Day, bud. I had to double check you guys. I don't know if I was being punked or something, you know? Bonnie Overweight says, oh yeah, happy Father's Day, call me old fashioned. What gave it away, bro? The dad hat, the dad shirt, or my New Balances? Oh, you can't see them. There they are. Sorry, boys. Wife came in, had a little question. So, Kevin, happy Father's Day too. We appreciate it, Kevin. You guys missed it. The kid came on. He reviewed the Still Awesome. He's 3 months, so he didn't like it. I'm kidding. He didn't drink it. Could you imagine? No, he came in. He said hey to everybody. The wife came in, had some of her cookies and cream liqueur stuff, and then of course that's when we started making another old fashioned. DC Long, happy Father's Day, damn it. Appreciate it, bud. Appreciate it, guys. Austin, hello everybody, I'm back. Welcome back, Austin. Austin, I said we're gonna change your name to Still Austin because TC spelt your name, spelt this the way you spell your name, so your nickname has now been created. You went from Costco to Still Austin. You're welcome. Gave you the upgrade. See Boris in here. He's keeping your old nickname alive. He says, what up, Kirkland? Bonnie Voices says, that color is what makes me love Still Austin. It gets that beautiful dark color under 3 years. This says aged at least 2 years. And it is like, I gotta move these over.
I know.
Did you go in for another?
Yeah.
Maybe you shouldn't. Because you're crying your eyes out.
That was earlier.
What happened to this thing?
I know.
It is. Hold on 1 second, boys. You gotta open a bottle for the wife. I think he just came back, but I don't know. Here. There you go. Anyway. I lost where I was at.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, the kid came in. He said hey to everybody. The wife said hey to everybody. We had a caller on the line. I should have dropped the call-in link for old distiller over here. She could have called in. I didn't think about that. She could have answered all y'all's questions. Big Bob, where's the dad strength? Bro, that thing was lodged on there. Am I super behind in the chat or something? I feel like I'm getting the chat super late. If you guys are commenting and feel like I'm not responding to you, that's not. I don't know if that's my fault or maybe it's a YouTube thing. I'm getting them super late, I think. Whiskey Blender says, "Amen. The chocolate is totally there. I tend to get something like a cherry brandy in the hot chocolate. Ooh, okay. I find a lot of brandied cherries, and sometimes orchard fruit too. So the brandied cherry is what threw me off in this one, right? Because I was thinking candy cherries is what I was thinking. I don't think I've ever had brandied cherries. So normally when I do a review, I kind of like go through the tasting notes, I think about it, taste it again, and if I feel like I'm off, or maybe there's something that's different in there, usually I go to whatever bottle's website is and I check the tasting notes, which thankfully you guys have. Again, I can pull it up just so you guys can see it as well. Let me do this real quick. We'll go over to, no, not that one. Go over to guest, and I will swap over to a little share screen. Let me fix this. So you guys, I'm just gonna leave it on that one just so I don't have to like completely refigure my stuff. But you guys can see, if you go to Still Austin's website, obviously you can still buy the Still Austin Cask Strength Bourbon, $60. 60 bucks. I got mine for 48 bucks. I don't know. Did I pay more and not realize it? You guys know I went over the awards and stuff like that earlier, but here's their tasting notes. And this is why I would say anybody new to bourbon, new to whiskey, new to drinking in general, and if you're trying to find the tasting notes, taste it yourself first, obviously. I usually recommend drinking 2 different ones, right? Write down the tasting notes that you find, and then you can go to the website. And here's where you guys saw me live do it. I was thinking candy cherries. You can kind of see here, it says, hey, the notes to them at least was brandied cherries. They also had fresh muddled mint, old-fashioned blackberry cobbler. I'm not gonna lie, I gave that one a little shit. Because I was thinking, who came up with the old-fashioned blackberry cobbler? When I was thinking just berries, I thought raspberry. So I was like, oh, raspberry. Berries for short. Somebody over here was like, old-fashioned blackberry cobbler. Somebody had the big word calendar out for that day. I love it. I don't know about the cobbler part. They also got big biscuit crust and cinnamon toast. This is all for the nose, by the way. Now, for me, at least, I'm not the most professional taster, reviewer. I pick up between 3 to 4 notes at best. They have a ton of them on here. So some of you guys may pick up some that I do and some that I don't. So always keep that in mind. The palate threw me off a little bit. I will point out the dark brown sugar part. When I tasted the sweetness, I was like, all right, this is different. You think caramel, right out the gate. And I was thinking like a dark caramel, but it was weird. It danced on the palate weird, right? So I thought maybe just regular brown sugar, but a dark brown sugar could explain it, and that's what it is. They also have the butterscotch pecan pie. That part you can taste. That part's delicious. That part came out pretty prevalent to me, the butterscotch. The pecan part came in when I made the old-fashioned. That's when I picked it up. But I don't pick up pecan notes fairly often. I usually get like peanut or cashew or something weird like that. The finish is spot on. Like there's no question. The finish is always going to be that rye spice. But it comes in really nice. So even if you're not a big rye fan, it does come over fairly well. So again, if you guys are new to the tasting notes, you want to head over to the websites and see if you're right or wrong and stuff like that. But it's solid stuff. I'm super pumped on it. So real quick, oh man, we're all over the chat. Bonnie Whiskey says, Tuxedo Cat, you gonna use that karate moves? Okay, we'll skip that one. Tuxedo says he's a new dad, he hasn't developed yet. Wait. What? Alright, we'll skip all that stuff. Bonnie Whiskey label. Bonnie Whiskey says, by the way, I'm weird for removing the label at the top of the cork. I'm being torn mentally, messed up. Just have to peel that thing off. I like leaving them on because when I center them up perfectly, I don't know, it just makes me feel good when they're centered. So I don't take them off. So that's weird. Whiskey Blender says, by the way, how did the cocktail turn out? Well, being an old-fashioned channel, so the first one I made, right? I put a little too much simple syrup. I put a little much too much cherry syrup in it because I made it like normal. The one thing I will say, if anybody is making a normal, I make a weird old-fashioned. Let's phrase that. Normally I use a half ounce simple syrup, and then I use like a spoonful of cherry juice. For me, I used half of the simple syrup I use, half of the cherry juice I use, and it came out perfect. You can still taste it's still awesome. The proof shows up. So when you're making an old fashioned, there's always two things. You want the flavor, but you also want the proof, right? You want the proof to be there. So when the ice waters down and it melts, it still feels like you have a drink. And I will say that is one of the biggest perks of this one is the proof keeps it level. Where you guys know, I love a Woodford's double oak because of that double oakiness. Whiskey Blender, you in the chat. You want to double oak this for me real quick? I'm just saying. I'll run down the street in whitey tighties if that's what we gotta do to get a double oak, but that's besides the point. We get a little weird. But no, it came out really good. So I'm super pumped on it. I did smoke it. I used a I used a walnut chips. I would have used pecan, but I don't have pecan. That would probably enhance that pecan flavor. Bonnie Bear Whiskey says the basic is $45. Cast strength is usually $55. I may have found like a honey hole over at my Total Wine. I go there all the time, and I found this for like $48.99. And I believe that their bottles for like their basic line was a little bit cheaper than that. And I was like, why wouldn't I get that? Now I did see a Still Austin cast strength single barrel. Almost picked that up. That was like $70. I probably am gonna have to go back and pick that up because I want to know what a single barrel tastes like. But we'll see. Kyle says, "Hey, call me old fashioned. Happy Father's Day. Appreciate it, bud. Hope it was a good one for you. Popped in to say hey and love y'all. Hey, we love you too. It was a great Father's Day. It was a lot of fun. I'm super pumped." Whiskey Blender says, "Well, I'm one of those who wrote the tasting notes for Still Austin. I am east of Tennessee originally, so things like blackberry cobbler was a part of my childhood. See, that's what I expected. It definitely was not part of my childhood. I wish blackberry cobbler was, though, because that sounds super good. So, like, I always try to tell people as well, like with tasting notes, right? It's not like there's actually blackberry cobbler in there. That'd be kind of weird. Tasting notes remind you of things from childhood, from past, from things that you've had, and that's how you're able to pick them up. But like the basic stuff, that's why everybody picks up vanilla. That's why everybody picks up caramel. That's why everybody picks up cinnamon, right? Because those things are so set in stone. But the cherries differentiate between people because people have different cherries, you know? Same thing for me and her. Like I picked up raspberries because like a raspberry strawberry like fruit salad thing would have been what I ate as a kid, where she's over here eating a little blackberry cobbler, you know? And that's just where palates differ for that stuff. So, Bonnie Royce says, "Yeah, Kat, it looks so bad, torn. Do it for, I don't know. I like my seals, guys." Tyler Stone says, "What movie would you want redone with Sesame Street characters? Wolf of Wall Street. No questions. Redo it. Elmo is, we don't have to know which character is which. We know who Elmo is going to be." Whiskey says, "Bonnie Whiskey, you hate peach cobbler? No way. My tasting notes often reflect a deep Appalachian..." It's so small I can barely read this stuff. Try to make it bigger. Appalachian roots. TC, The Godfather. Tyler, Top Gun. Joker, fellas, call me old fashioned. Happy Father's Day. Appreciate it, bud. Tuxedo that time. Joker showed up. Bonnie Royce says, "Well, I did spend a good chunk of my life in Florida, as well as loving strawberries. Loved Strawberry Festival every year when I went. I do live in Florida. That is definitely a thing. It is a good time." Boris says, "I need a nice ripe peach on a Sunday. Slaps." I'm not a big peach guy, but I'm not going to say you're wrong. If it's a hot day and you have a good peach, like a really good peach, gotta slap. Boris says, now want blackberry cobbler. You're not lying. When I read the tasting note, I was like, I gotta get some. Whiskey Blender says, I know this is shameless promotion. Feel free. We're here for all of it. She says, but you should try Still Austin's Nancy pick since they are now 6 years plus old. You guys know me and my memory. I'm like a young person with old timers. I'm gonna just take a quick picture of that. If I can find one of Nancy's picks, a 6 year plus, that's what I want. This is, look at the color on this. This bottle says 2 years plus, right? It could be higher than that. But if I can find something that's 6 years plus, oh, you know what I mean? This does say, Whiskey Blender, this does say, to create a it says, we asked Master Distiller, or Master Blender Nancy, the nose. Wait, that's you. Is that you? Oh, that's where the shameless plug was. Oh, I get it. No, I'm here for it. Okay, so this is not a pick then. It just has your name on the back. That's my bad. If I do find one of the picks, I'll definitely pick it up. I love being able to find like a single barrel and store picks and things like that. Like those just are always a little bit more unique. A little bit harder for the channel to review because not everybody can get them, but that's a different story. Bonnie Voicey says, same Boris, I know a spot 10 minutes from me. Might have, I'll just skip that because I don't know what he said. Blender Whiskey says, Bonnie Whiskey, what part of Florida? My identical twin sister lives in St. John's between Jacksonville and St. Augustine. Whiskey? Blender? That's exactly where I live. I live on the street that literally is St. John's and Jacksonville. I live in the Durbin area. Durbin? My old St. Augustine Road, Durbin area. So that's where I'm at. Bonnie Whiskey, it's a hot day. On a hot day, my fruit of choice is pomegranate. It's not a bad choice. Mr. Joker, hello everyone. Chat, Father's Day stream. Welcome, bud. It's the second one. You missed the first one. I'm not going to judge you. New to the channel, coming in. Amazing channel. Oh, if you're new to the channel, amazing channel. Appreciate it, Joker. I'm not going to read it all. I feel like that's just talking about myself. Whiskey Blender says, that's me. That's cool, though. Bonnie Whiskey says, I live opposite. I live near Tampa, Tarpon Springs, mostly Newport Richey. That's where you used to live, Bonnie. Now you're in Texas. I know that. I was there for that conversation. She's like, I blend all of Still Awesome blends. That's pretty cool. I think that's super cool, actually. I wish I knew how to do stuff like that. I don't know how to do that, though. Guys, you guys are the ones that told me to go buy this bottle, so you guys should be, one, thanking her for making this, and then we should all thank you for telling me to go buy it so many times so I actually did. Because it is absolutely delicious. The old fashioned's good, but I'm like, I really want this cherry. Bonnie over whiskey, bro. You cracked me up. The one thing I do like on this bottle too, I have no idea if it means anything or not, but I know like, can I grab any of these other bottles? This one probably would have it. Obviously, like on a Heaven Hills, for example, it has a Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey, right? Right, which is a statement, right? It means something to some people. On here it says certified Texas, all capitals, whiskey, all capitals, with the Texas star on there. I don't know if it means anything, but I like that it's there. I don't know. I just like this. They were like, even if it didn't mean anything, slap it on there. Let people know we need some business. But yeah, is there anybody else from the Jacksonville area around in the chat? I got some recommendations on some stores you guys can go to if you want to. The Jacksonville area is a little brutal sometimes. Wait. Blender says, oh yeah, Bonnie Whiskey. I know that area too. My twin sister lives in St. I won't read that off State Road 210 or County Road. Yeah, I'm like 2.5 minutes from 210. I used to live on 210. It's a nice area. What sucks is I used to live downtown St. Augustine. I've been slowly pushed out over the years because St. Augustine's getting expensive. So it's still a great area though. St. Augustine in general, that whole area, 210, Bourbon, Silverleaf, that's right down the road from there. It's all expanding like crazy. All in like the big time area. So when we get big time subscribers, we'll move over there. That's so funny. Me and THC says, Happy Father's Day. Hope you had a great one. I had an awesome one. It was great. I got the official dad shoe. I got the New Balances. I like showing them off. You know, it means you're official. If you don't have these and you're dad, you're not official. Don't hate me. No, but it was a good time. We went, hung out with the kid in the morning. He almost rolled over on his own. He's only 3 months, but almost rolled over on his own. Went and had some tacos. He freaked out, but the tacos were banging. Went grocery shopping and then came back home. Whiskey Blender says, I used to consult for St. Augustine Distillery. Maybe that's why I also really like St. Augustine Distillery. Maybe it's your fault. Nobody likes me talking about St. Augustine Distillery though, because people don't think it's real whiskey or bourbon. They'll burn me at the stake for it. But I used to go to St. Augustine Distillery like every weekend. I go through and get the samples. Back when I like turned 21, I was getting like free drinks. You know, I go through and then I go to the bar with my one drink chip. So, but I really like their stuff. They've evolved so much from when I was 21. Now they got toasted and the port finish and all these other fancy ones, which is cool to watch them grow. But they're good people over there. Nunya says, Happy Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to you, bud. Me and THC says, my man rocked the New Balances. Yes, bro. I'd love to say like, oh, it's just a dad shoe. They're so comfortable. Like, so comfortable. Boris says, gotta be up at 3:30 a.m. for work. Y'all have a good night. Boris, have a good rest of your night. Happy Father's Day. I will see you on Friday, 8:45 p.m. Eastern time, bud. Have a good night. Tuxedo says, good night, Boris. Joker says, congrats, big step for little man. Heck yeah. He's rolled over once or twice before. But, like, you could see him today. He was like, huh. Like, he was trying to roll over. Like, he meant it. So, it was cool. Boris says, love this channel. Beautiful community. Boris, we love you too. One day we'll get Tuxedo Cat to call in. Whiskey Blender says, I've been trying to get St. Augustine Distillery to purchase a column still for so long now. Really want to see them churn out some serious bourbon. I agree. You want me to go in there and talk to him? I'll knock some sense into him. I'm a nobody, so don't take that like if you thought like I was gonna like, make it break it or anything, but like I'll go in there and say something. What's crazy is like they're on the right path, but like they need to do like one or two things that will like fix everything. Like they need to get a bottle and bond for sure and label it bottle and bond. And that would correct a lot of people's thinking on a lot of things. I also think they need to put a cask strength out. You know, they keep getting fancy with all the finishings, but their normal stuff is solid. So just like label it up correctly and just send it. People will buy it. I'll buy the regular stuff all day. The Florida Straight Bourbon. I don't even keep it in this room because people don't like looking at it. I have an unhealthy amount in the living room. Boris says, or Joker says, I got Boris beat. LOL. Waking up at 2 a.m. You guys are crazy. I get you all beat. I don't go to sleep. I'm just kidding. I gotta go to sleep tonight sometime because the wife's leaving us the wife's going to work. She's finished a maternity leave, so now like we're taking over the morning shift instead of just sleeping all day. So it's gonna be rough. We'll see how it goes. It's gonna be good. Bunny Whiskey says, I've only gotten one free drink so far. Some lady in her 40s, maybe 50s, bought me a beer and kept eyeing me. Okay. Was a bit creeped out. Can't say no to a free beer. Can't say no to any free drink, bud. I don't know where that came from though, but I'm here for it. Tuxedo said, I did a collect call. Joker says, I work at the tunnel, remember? Gotta be meeting at the yard at 3. Tunnel takes 1.5 hour, an hour and 40 minutes to get up there? That's crazy. I didn't know that. Damn, bro. I know you work at the tunnel now. I can't pronounce it because I'm a moron, but that's besides the point. Yep. Bonding over whiskey looks like he would be. He's attracting everybody, but Ole's got the balls to move on to it. You know, they're making the moves. Not Ole's, but middle age. Mr. Joker, I don't know if you heard the news, but let me move up. I missed a bunch apparently. Whiskey Blender says, cheers, y'all. Happy Father's Day. I'm glad I discovered your channel. I'm live on the West Coast, and I'm making some fish tacos for dinner. Hey, I just said I was eyeing some tacos. Fish tacos would hit the spot. I had some burrito tacos earlier, so they were good too. But appreciate you popping in. That was cool to have you in. Now that we know that it was actually you. Sorry that I didn't believe you at first. But yeah, keep making some good whiskey, good bourbon, and I'll keep reviewing it. So yeah, absolutely. Thanks for popping in. Tuxedo says, oh wait, I already read that. Mr. Joker says, if you don't know TC, by the way, TC, what I found out is he hired somebody to pretend it was him and gave him a bottle of Penelope as the payment. So that wasn't even Tuxedo Cat. That was somebody else completely. Bonneville Whiskey says, you said I got free drink. Okay, I'll skip that. Frail Tactic says, oh my God, it's JD Daily Cousin. I don't know what that is, but hopefully it's a good thing. So. Whiskey Blender says, cheers, Tuxedo Cat. On a quick tangent, I'll be back in Florida in a couple weeks, visiting my twin sister and her family, of course. Absolutely love Florida. I get back there any chance I get. It's a cool place to be, especially like this area. Like, I can't speak for all of Florida, but this place is a cool area. When you're here, hit us up. Maybe we'll have you on the stream or something. Maybe we'll meet you in St. Augustine. We'll do a little distillery review. We'll do something cool. But yeah, that's cool. I don't have a twin, but I wish I mean, it would be cool to have a twin. I think the wife is saying she needs me. I don't know what for. But if she does, I may have to end the stream a little early tonight. But I appreciate everybody popping in, hanging out. Let me read off the last couple comments here. TAC says, bro, I promise you'll have like 3 pairs of those in the next year. Grass, casual work. Hey, that's what I'm hoping for. I made a joke earlier in the stream. It went over well first time. Yeah, the second I put them on, I was like, I gotta find a weed whacker or a lawnmower or something, right? We went over well earlier, but this is like the 3rd time I said that joke. A bunny says, well, it was a pleasure. Have a delicious dinner. Hope you have a good night. Hope to meet you in Austin someday if you're able. I know you're busy, woman, and time is whiskey. History. Well, boys, I'm gonna go ahead and, well, I got more comments, my bad. She says, yes, absolutely. Blending and still awesome. Musician, bourbon, and rye. Artist rye whiskeys this week. I have a barrel sample sent to my office in CA when I'm not in person. That's cool. When you're able to, like, tell them to send it to you. When I'm not able to go to the fridge, I have the wife send it to me, and she like brings me the whiskey and stuff. So it's like the same thing, I guess. I'm just kidding. My wife doesn't do that. She would kick my ass. But I like to think she would, you know. She'll bring me ice if I ask for it. If the kid's asleep. If the kid's asleep. Joker said, heading out, fellas. Long day from the range. Gotta get to bed. Love coming on the channel and checking on the boys and girls. 2024. See you on the other side. Mr. Joker, I'll see you Friday. Friday, 8:45 p.m. Eastern Time. We're going to go live. I don't know what we're doing this Friday. We got a couple things we could do. Apparently, I need to go get the Still Austin Rye whiskey, so maybe I'll go do that. And maybe we'll just have a Still Austin Friday stream. You never know. So I'm going to go ahead and end it, though, boys. I think the wife needs some help out there right now putting the kid to sleep, so I'm gonna go check on her. But yeah. Make sure you stay tuned. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Turn on the bell. We go live randomly, but Fridays is our normal stream. But yeah, if you haven't already, hit the bell, do all that stuff, and I'll see you boys on the other side. Peace. Thanks everybody for watching. Happy Father's Day. Thank you. I'm out.